Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have a very interesting guest in studio. It's Cindy Riley. She's the CEO of Modern Lean. Cindy, thanks for joining me. What is Lean?
So what we do is we focus on being able to improve processes by eliminating waste. So when you talk about lean, what does lean mean? What is it?
Yeah.
Right. Lean is something that people often try and go after, and they say, "I'm lean." Well, lean is not a destination. Lean is a journey. It's a philosophy. It's all about lean thinking. So it's really as simple as this: taking waste in a process and removing it, and implementing a continuous improvement environment so that you're continuously driving waste out. So when we talk about waste, what is waste? So, and I'll back up for just a second. When people talk about lean and implementing lean into a business, the first step they always go after is flow. So improving flow. And so I got into a discussion just the other night with one of my lean colleagues about the first steps of lean. And typically people go in and they try and improve flow. And so I do it just a little bit differently, because sometimes when you go in and you improve flow and you're trying to drive out waste in the process, you're improving velocity, but it's kind of spread out. So it's all over the place. With me, I focus more on improving and driving out waste by improving quality. So it's all about focusing on the quality of the product. So driving scrap, driving out rework, driving out extra transportation. So for example, if you get your raw materials in one state or one country, and then you ship it to another, and then you assemble it and test it and you consume it in yet another country or another state, that's all transportation, that's all waste in the process.
I think two questions come to mind. Mm-hmm. How do I know that I have waste? Maybe I could be just happy coming along, here, and how do I know I need you? What might be some signs that I'm not as efficient as I think I am?
So whenever you have defects, there's waste.
Okay.
Whenever you have to redo something, there's waste in the process. Whenever you're not able to meet customer needs, services, demand in the time that they're asking for it, there's waste in the process.
Okay. You mentioned manufacturing. Mm-hmm. That's one of the industries you focus on, mm-hmm. but I bet you could help just about any company.
Right. So every company has defects. Everywhere mm-hmm. there's waste. Mm-hmm. Even we were talking a little bit about the healthcare industry mm-hmm. as well, and just about weight loss. So weight loss is the same kind of thing. It's a journey. Mm-hmm. It's a destination. It's all about trying to remove what are those extra things that I'm consuming, the extra things that I'm doing that are driving up my weight where I'm not able to reduce it.
And you come in as a team, mm-hmm. and we also talked about that you're joining my team. You're not like a consultant that gives me all these great ideas that I can't implement because I got no bandwidth.
Right, exactly. So oftentimes, for larger companies, they come in and they bring in an entourage. And our model is very different because you can come in and, I can push in and muscle in any process. But the challenge actually is getting the improvements to sustain. Sure. That's really the challenge over time. So what I do and what my team does is we come in and we join you on your lean journey. So we join the team, we come in and facilitate, we coach, we develop, and we help that team make those changes along the way.
And then when we're all lean and fit and ready to go, you say we have a goodbye party, and then you're only a phone call away.
Exactly. So like I mentioned, lean is a journey. It's not a destination. So you're always working on continuous improvement. So at a certain point in time, you're going to need some more horsepower to come in again mm-hmm. to help show you those next steps along the way. So all I am is a phone call away.
And what size would you start on? I would imagine that it might be a medium company.
Yes. So we're really focused and geared towards that medium-sized company. So as you're growing over time, you end up having more and more staff, more and more resources, and the need to really branch out, and the need to start to deploy processes and figure out how to remove the excess in your process so that you're not just growing a little bit too big.
Right, yes. You pick up things along the way.
Exactly.
Throughout life, we pick up things along the way.
Right.
Now, I would imagine that that some employees, and you might not be viewed as the most popular person. You're a change maker because you are coming in and
right.
you are shaking it up a little bit. You're putting some processes in place. You're showing us where we're not doing things as efficiently, but we like the way we were doing them.
Right.
So how do you handle that?
Right. So
that pushback.
Yeah. So when we come in, and all along the way, here's what happens. So, why are you pushing back?
I don't know, because you're there pushing.
So we're cognizant of that. So we have 20 years plus experience in making changes along the way and in business. And so every change that one makes, the person naturally pushes back because it always feels like it's a change that's being done to you and not with you. So we're experienced in that. We know how to do that. When we come in, we help break down that wall. We help break down that barrier so that we're joining the team and making the changes with you and not to you. And so that's really one of the keys to sustainment. One of the biggest challenges in making any change, and especially in improving lean environment, is once you've made the change, when you turn your back, what does the team do when you're not looking? And so the changes usually revert. And so we're there to help make sure that we're helping you manage the change along the way for sustainability.
Cindy, why don't you tell me a little bit about your team and your approach?
We come in one individual, maybe two at a time, in order to help facilitate and coach the team along the way. Because if I came in and did it for you, and I brought in a huge team of individuals to do it for you, then I'm really doing the change to you. And oftentimes what happens is you're outpacing the team. So I can come in and bring a large amount of extra resources, but I'm actually outpacing your team. And then they pull off, and it's not a change that they've been a part of, and it's not a change they're interested in sustaining. So they have no skin in the game.
Right. And I think that's very important that you have to partner with them to make this change to be more successful. So they have to be empowered. They have to own it a little bit.
Exactly.
I bet that is one of the most rewarding parts of your job.
It is. And actually at the end of the day, when you've gone through something that is really trying and really challenging, but you've made it, you've had the ability to, let's say, keep the business. So over time, I've had to do this where, I spent the last 10 years outsourcing product for my facility and insourcing product into my facility. The most exciting is insourcing because that's typically when you've won. You have figured out how to leverage the team that you already have, leveraging their knowledge, their experience, and the assets that you already have in order to be able to be that lowest cost provider and the highest quality producer for your services and your products.
That's excellent. Cindy, thanks for stopping by and sharing what you do. I wish you a lot of luck. I think you're on the right track, and I'm sure that you're going to bring a lot of success to many companies.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.